There was a high-level game played at Allen Fieldhouse over the weekend between Baylor and Kansas. So Baylor comes out in this 1-3-1 here. You can see the front. And Dewan Harris is just going to do a good job. Baylor goes and traps this first pass. Out of the 1-3-1, you can trap everywhere, which means, corners and top spots. You can just trap the top spots. Or you can play flat where you don't trap at all. Right here, they're playing everywhere. They're trapping the top spots and the low spots. So Dewan Harris gets it into the wing here to Johnny Furphy, number 10. And the trap goes right back to Dewan. And now this guy is going to pop out, the middle guy from the 1-3-1. He's going to pop out and take the ball. After the trap, this guy goes in to take away the middle. But what Dewan Harris does really well is open that pass up with his eyes. On this right here, he's looking, and he gets this defender to bite, thinking he's going to swing the ball out to the corner to Timberlake, number 25. So Dewan Harris does a great job to fake that, get him to go, and then just get the ball right in. And when you're going against the 1-3-1 or the 1-2-2 for that matter with an odd front zone on the half court, you get the ball in the middle, you're honestly pretty good. Once you get the ball in the middle against the 1-3-1, it's a scramble. And you can see that happen right here. If you don't know who Yves Misi is, he's number 21 in green. It's time to start paying attention. He was a very high prospect out of, I believe he's from either the Bahamas or somewhere coastal. But he's he's a freshman this year, going head to head with one of the best transfer senior 5-year guys in Hunter Dickinson. He's playing good defense on him in this early part of the game. And he's just had a really impressive sort of first half of the season so far for Baylor. A lot of hype coming in for sure, but look at the way he's running the floor. I mean, he's doing the little things right. He's playing hard, and he's extremely talented, extremely athletic, and a lot of potential. It's sad because this looks like a good pass in transition, but it's really just bad defense. I mean, it looks like a good pass, but it's just bad defense. I don't care who you're guarding the rim, brother. We're not pointing at my guy. We're not worried about my guy. All right, that's probably my guy. But Hunter Dickinson has a free run to the rim right now. We're matched up in the corner. We're matched up on the ball here. You got to protect the rim and at least keep him from catching this so easily and making a play. Late Eves, he's hustling back. I mean, he made a play on the rebound here, and he's slow getting back. You got to help him out, get in his way. I don't care who your guy is. You got to protect the rim and stop him from getting this straight line run here. So on this pick and roll here, I'd like to just, you're not rolling kind of in the good space by not going straight to the rim. When your defender, Hunter Dickinson, is at the level of the screen or above it, which he is here, he's not above the three-point line, but where the screen is being set and where he is are pretty much the same area. He's at the level. So you, at this point, you go straight to the rim because he's got two guys on him. No one's guarding you. No one's guarding you. You have a clear line straight to the rim. So that's where you go. You don't go into this space because it makes you easier to guard. So it's just little things like that and doing them right on it every time. You're not really doing us any good by rolling into that space. It's just get straight line to the rim. So Baylor is really good, and they're ranked 13th in the country for a reason when they get to catch and shoot spots. But Kansas is making it difficult for them to do that. They got the guy right here. Here he is. There's a shooter. But look at Kansas, making it just difficult for the ball to get there. All right, they're guarding this screen well. It's hedged for a little bit. It's at least over in a drop. So you're making it difficult. Misi's going to get a straight line. Yep, straight line. Perfect. So the lob threat's there, but Hunter's, the open guys up top, they're just making it difficult for Baylor to do the things that they're good at. This time Dickinson gets the better of the freshman. You see Eves is going to take away his left here, and Dickinson does a good job to go back to the right and get it to go. Take away his left because he's been dominating, and he's going to do the same thing over the right. At this point, Dickinson is 3 of 5. He's got 6 points, and you're thinking about doubling him in the post, doubling him in the post. Um, Misi doing all he can here, forcing tough shots, and Dickinson just being better. Soft touch, gets it to go. Got to definitely start thinking about the double. Now, Misi has gotten the ball like 3 or 4 possessions on just a straight line roll or crossover dribble to the rim. He's just gotten to the rim relentlessly. But this is the mark of a young player who's still learning. Takes a pretty out of control shot right there, I'll say. Not playing well off 2 feet. Doesn't get a good eye on the rim before he puts it up. And the help side defender, KJ Adams, is cutting him off at this point. There's probably better play. But he takes a shot, and then he's athletic and good enough to go get this rebound. He's the first one down on the floor, ready to make another play. And he goes to get the ball, but he's trying to dribble it the whole time instead of just picking it up, Just pick up the ball and get it right here. He's battling. I'll give it to him. Maybe he didn't have his other hand free, but he's going to be a first-round draft pick, but you can see he's got a lot to work on. Can't let Baylor get hot. Transition defense isn't great here for Kansas off of this Dwan Harris miss. And you're letting Baylor get standstill spot shots. It's crazy the game's gotten to this point, but if you're letting a guy like Jalen Bridges stand this long, stand still, it's just not good basketball. Because he's that good, and guys are that good at shooting. That even if he's standing still for that long, it's not good enough. You can see Kansas just doesn't get matched up well enough in transition. No one stops the ball. He runs directly away from the ball. It's a weak closeout. So what you do here, if you're stuck in this position and you're playing 2-on-1 on the backside, is you stunt here. Maybe you can be a little bit further up so that you're closer on this catch. The ball's probably going to go to the wing before it goes to the corner, as long as it doesn't get below the free throw line on a paint touch or on this drive here. If it's still up around the logo, up around the volleyball line, so to speak, then you can, hang out right here. You can hang out right there while you're playing this 2-on-1. He goes with Jalen a little bit too much, and then he's not ready to, if you're right here, you can stunt and force this and then get back in front, take baseline, and we can recover. But now it's a longer closeout, and you're flying out instead of being able to just stun at it. You could still just stun at it and then force this pass, and then you can play two. Stun at this, force at least a little bit contested of a shot, rather than just flying out and giving up a corner three easily. You can't give up this corner three. You can stun at it and play two, and try and live to fight another day. So on this empty corner ball screen, which is one of the most common actions in basketball, he cuts through, and then we can just go dribble handoff out of the empty corner with 3 shooters on the backside. You get up higher, you're going to fill up as well, and then we got a drift guy in the corner. My point is, though, on this dribble handoff, you're reading this guy, Dwan Harris. As he's clearing, you're reading the defender. If he's going to clear all the way out and get out of the paint and keep coming this way, it's a reject, and then you're going straight line drive. If he's going to clear out, you reject, and then straight line drive, you could time that up. It works every time. But Dwan Harris is a good help side defender. He stays disciplined, and he stays right on the midline here so that this reject help side guy is ready to step up. And this defender also does a great job to get back in front here on the ball. he kind of ices it. He does a well. He doesn't ice it very well, but he does at least stay in front. Probably should have just kept coming off this drag here on this play, just because DeJuan Harris, like I said, isn't clearing out, and this guy doesn't ice it. So my point is though that if he comes off this, or if he like comes off it and then rejects, you're reading DeJuan Harris. DeJuan Harris goes all the way, then you have a straight line drive to the rim, and it happens all the time. Again, just not allowing easy look, not allowing easy looks for Baylor to stand still and catch and shoot. That's as good as you're gonna get. KJ Adams is there on the catch. KJ Adams has got to be one of the best off-ball defenders in college. I mean, he knows when to turn his back and gamble and when not to. That's a huge part. I mean, he's in the right position, not hugging his man, ready to step in the lane and cut the ball off. And then he knows that this guy isn't really going to be a threat here if he turns his back for a half a second, because he's got help side on right here and here. He knows his defenders are right behind. And all I can really do is go to the corner, switch back, and we can talk through it with my teammate right here. So he knows when to gamble and when to try and make a play. He's not hugging his guy. And then he's right back there on the catch. I mean, you're not going to get closer to that and deter a shot. And it's all five guys defending the ball. Kansas doing a great job this whole first half, not allowing these catch and shoot open shots. I mean, that's close to the look you're going to get. It's probably got to go up at this point for Baylor. But Kansas is at least doing enough to deter it, because he's going to pump here. That one's probably going to go up. But, I mean, that's not a bad closeout. Like, that's pretty much all we got here. You're in position pretty well. You're not hugging your guy. I love it. I love being this far off your guy. You're not hugging your guy. I mean, maybe you're a little too far off, but you got to be here on this dump. I mean, this is your help. You have to be here on this dump. So, good defense all around for Kansas. Deter it. And then watch KJ Adams again. Knows when to gamble. His guy is right here. He knows when to gamble, knows when to make a play. Watch KJ Adams again. Just gets in there, makes a tip. Has a nose for the ball. Wants to make a play. Here's the defensive end I was talking about for Eves. I'm sorry, I don't think it's Eve. I think it's just Eve Misi. Eve Misi. Spelled Y-V-E-S. Eve Misi, I believe. Yo. Can we take a minute? Come on, man. This dude is at the top of the square.